my latest video, which is actually gonna be probably an emotional one, because it's something that has been upsetting me quite a bit lately. If any mums have gone back to work, you guys will know it is hard. So it's been something that's been bothering me after an incident that happened the other evening, and I wanted to talk about it because I know probably I'm not the only mum that feels this way, or even dad, and I would love some support with it because I'm struggling, and I don't think there's weakness in saying that you're struggling. So a bit about our situation. So my mum currently looks after Amelia, who is almost 15 months. She quit her job, basically like retired from where she was. She was at a workplace for like 15 plus years. Wasn't really too happy about it. Sorry, she didn't really enjoy working there, is what I mean to say. So she was all too happy to then leave her job and we would pay her to look after Amelia. But obviously for the first 6-7 months, I was there. I was there every day, just me and Amelia, like loving life. Although it was quite a bad pregnancy and delivering experience for me. It took me a long time to heal, both physically and mentally, I guess. Like, I struggled quite a bit. Yeah, like with going back to work, the only way we could afford to do it was to kind of, for me to just go back full time, full pelt. So like mum in, me out, and that's what we did. Thankfully, like, my work are super cool. Like, my work have been so supportive, and they're still supportive now, just with making sure that I'm okay and that like what's going on is working for me and working for them and stuff like that, and they let me work from home 1 day a week. But what happened the other day, so more so recently, depending on what shift James is in, he'll get in before me and then I'll come home afterwards, and where we've changed Amelia's nap till like 1 nap during the day, she's ready to like go to bed between 6 and 7. And it just so happens that like last week, these last 2 days in a row, like she didn't wake up until like gone 7 in the morning. Well, that's when I leave for work. So I sort of literally briefly saw her for like 5 seconds and then I had to go. But then, you know, you kind of have that, no, it's okay, you know, like I'll play with her when I get home and we'll have a moment. And then I get home and of course she's so tired where she didn't probably have like her evening nap that, oh, her afternoon nap, sorry, that like, you know, she's whiny and she needs to go down sooner. So she'll be in the bath by the time I get home. She's not in the mood to play. She's not in the mood to fucking do anything. She just wants her milk and to go to bed. So what will happen is I'll maybe try and take part, have a little play in the bath if I didn't get there too late. And then inevitably, like, James sort of puts her to bed and I get started on dinner, and that's kind of how I guess like our evenings go. And what had happened was I basically wasn't around for like 3 days, where I was missing her in the morning. I was coming home, there was no like play or activity from me. She was just sort of going down to sleep, so I'm kind of getting there just at the last minute. To the point where I think I was giving her a dream feed one evening. She woke herself up, so I've gone in to try and like soothe her, get her back to sleep, and she didn't want me. I can really feel I'm gonna get emotional. And she didn't want me, she wanted James. And through no fault of his own, James sort of came, it hadn't even been maybe a minute, and James had come in and he was just like, are you alright, like, do you want me to, you know, do you want me to do it? Like whispering through the door to not wake her up anymore. And I was just, in my head I was just like, oh, why do you not think I can put our daughter to sleep? And I was just like, no, I've got it, thanks, like in such a tone. And obviously he went off like a little bit snarky, but like it took a long time to get her down because she didn't want me, she wanted James. I was a stranger to her by that point. Like, I'm sure I wasn't a stranger to her, but you know, I wasn't the one she wanted comfort from. And oh my god, it broke my heart. Like, when you're that person for your child for such a long time, and then like the time that you get to spend with them is just like cut in half, more than half, but like you know, it's really hard, and you know, you want to be the fun one, and it's really difficult because my mum being here, it's like Amelia's favourite toy. Like, my God, is Amelia obsessed with my mum, and it's so lovely to see. But if I'm in a room with Amelia and my mum, she always wants to go to my mum and not to me. And like when I come home, there's not a huge fuss. It's stranger things you notice, isn't it? Not a huge fuss. Like, she wouldn't get upset if I left the room, like she'd be fine. But when James comes home, she makes such a little cooey noise. She gets super excited, and it's because like I'm the one that's running around cleaning or doing the washing up or making sure that there's a wash on or doing the dinner, and I take myself away from the situation because I have to do responsible stuff. Like, I'm doing all the cleaning and all the, you know, the household chores and stuff, rather than being like, you know what, that can wait. I'm just going to spend time with Amelia. And I can just remember that evening when she wanted James, that I was literally holding her proper, like, just boo-hooing. I'm surprised she didn't like drown with all the tears that were falling on top of her. Like, while I was I always hum Lady and the Tramp's my favourite Disney film, and I always hum like Bella Notte to her to get her to sleep. I said that's so English, Bella Notte. Anyway, I was literally like, I couldn't even get it out, and I had to sort of go in and then apologise to James and just say, like, you actually offended me when you said that. Like, I already feel really pants, but she just doesn't want me at all. And thankfully, as it worked out, where I had my tooth out, I had to go back to another appointment, because it is infected and I had an ulcer. So I was working from home. What worked out as like 2 days in a row, and then of course we had the weekend. So I've had like a nice long weekend at home with her, and there was lots of, although I was out on the Saturday and the Sunday, like there's been a lot of times like playing with her, and we've had lots of lovely cuddles and playtime, and it was really nice. But it's really made me think about how I want to be spending my time in the future, doing chores or spending it with my child. And I mean, it sounds like a no-brainer, right? But I, for some reason, like, I'd still gravitate towards, all right, well, you sort Amelia out at bath time and I'll do dinner, because it seems more practical with time. I don't know, maybe James and I need to switch it up. And it sounds so easy when you say it out loud, doesn't it? But it's really hard. And of course, because my mum's quit her job so that she can look after Amelia, well, like, I can't then turn around and suddenly be like, do you know what, I don't want to work anymore, I want to stay at home and be with my child. And it's so hard because we spent so long trying to conceive, and it's just like, now she's here, like, I feel so guilty that I'm just like, all right, mum, will you look after my child, I'm gonna go to work, okay, bye. Like, it's really hard to explain. And I kind of feel like I wish part of me sometimes wish I didn't go back to work. Like, we're on the universal credit system, and because of how much James and I earn, we don't really get a lot of support. But should anything happen, you know, like if James is sick or if I was sick or something like that, and we didn't get a lot of pay that month, like, we'd probably get something from universal credit. But it's really hard. It's really hard. And yeah, sometimes I wonder, like, what if I might have got like 700, 800 quid from universal credit and not go to work, and that might have kept us afloat. I could have done something with my blog, or then I'd be at home to do all these other stuff, or I don't know, like, I feel like I've missed that opportunity, and now I can't ever go back. Like, unless I started some kind of amazing mum at home business and it did so well that I was able to then, like, I'd have to become this even more of what feels like a super mum, so that I could do it while I was doing work. So then I got to the point where it was busy enough, where it was earning enough income so that I could be like, right, see you later, work. And then I'd leave that, but then I could still afford to pay my mum straight away. And I don't even have an idea for a mum at home business. So yeah, I know if you've watched my previous videos, which was like 18-ish goals for this year, like making money is certainly one of them, but like, you know, maybe it should be like thinking of a business so that I can be able to work from home and spend more time with Amelia, because it's really hard. If you guys have got any tips or how you make it work, or I suppose you might be there thinking like, oh my god, it's there right in front of you, like, just swap an alternate nights or whatever, but James is a shit cook. He's not a shit cook, I take that back. I'm a better cook, and I'm more inclined to make it more like Slimming World friendly or whatever. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to get some advice and talk about this because it's how I've been feeling, and I know lots of mums feel it, and it'd be really cool to, I guess, talk to some other mums that are living this lifestyle, that are feeling this way, and what they've done to overcome it. And hopefully in those comments, other mums that come to this video might also read them and feel empowered and be able to make changes. Oh my god, I'm so emotional. Make changes for the better. I know she loves me. There's no question of a doubt. There's a song reference there. I know she loves me, but it's really hard being like, I went from being her number one to like what, like number 3, and I'm just like, I made you, god damn it, love me. But yeah, so I'm gonna love you and leave you guys. I don't want it to be a long one, even though I'm sure it's a long one like last time, but would really appreciate any advice. That would be amazing. I can't imagine you'd want to subscribe after all of that, but if you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. There's going to be a lot more videos to come, so go subscribe, give me some love, give this video a thumbs up, because it's not always easy talking about the personal stuff, and leave me a comment down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah. Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video, which is, I guess, goals for 2018. I realise it's like halfway through January, and I've been trying to do this video since the 1st of January, but life just gets in the way. I had a tooth removed, so I feel like I'm like